Guys, I just wanted to do a quick little review of this stuff. Against my better judgment, I was going to use just plain vinegar, white vinegar, to clean out my radiator because the radiator on this Jeep, while it has been replaced at one point, you can see these stickers. These are definitely not factory stickers. This was probably replaced. I mean, the car sat for 24 years, so this radiator is probably 24, 30 years old at least. But the inside of it is mostly clear. It's not too bad, but there is a lot of calcium buildup on these channels, you can see. It's hard to show all of them, but it gets a little worse over there on this side. This thing will focus. There we go. You can see the calcium buildup on this. The car overheats, but the clutch fan is bad. When it's warmed up, it barely spins. And I don't have a fan shroud either, so that doesn't help. But the crusty buildup in here, I've been wanting to get rid of. I flushed the radiator with water multiple times, a water hose, disconnected the thermostat housing and just flushed the block, flushed the radiator. There was a lot of gunk in this thing, mostly like mud. It was really weird. It's like when it sat in my reservoir right here, it was like a thick, very fine mud. But I got all of that out, and the funny thing is when I flushed it out, the floor, I used it, drained it in this pail, but the floor, when the pail got full, was just full of like dirt. I actually had to sweep it up. Some of the dirt is actually pushed right there. You can see some of that stuff that came out of the radiator. So I decided to buy this cooling flush system cleaner, whatever. Says 1 bottle treats 3 gallons. For larger systems, use 2 bottles. I think this system, I know the radiator holds almost 2 gallons based off of when I filled it up. Or maybe the radiator with the hose and up to the water pump, because water level will rise anywhere in the system. So the system I know is at least 3 gallons. It could be a little bit more, but for the hell of it, I just got 2 of them. So I have 2 bottles right here. They're only like $4.50, $4.80. They're not that expensive. Drained a little bit of the coolant, filled it up. I guess I drained a little bit too much, but I ran the thing yesterday for, God, when I broke down, on, off, probably for like at least 5 hours. And the thing right here is telling me in the back, the instructions, they say for light cleaning, run the engine for 10 minutes. For heavy duty cleaning, run the engine for 3 to 6 hours. I definitely ran it for more than 3 hours, and it's also been sitting all day today. And this little fin right here, this little cooling channel, you can see where it's like, kind of crusted over through the middle. That hasn't changed one bit. Nothing has been cleaned as far as this calcium buildup. I can see some more dirt in the middle right here, between these. So there has been some dislodgement of probably rust from the block itself. But it hasn't done absolutely anything to the calcium buildup. So if you want to flush your system and you have calcium buildup like I do, don't get this stuff. This stuff does not do anything for calcium. So the next thing I'm going to have to do is probably get a gallon or 2 of, maybe just a gallon, and do 50-50 mix of white vinegar, drain the radiator and fill it up with 50-50 vinegar and water, and probably let it sit for a few days at least. And that should, I'm hoping, will clean up the calcium buildup. Now, it's not so bad that it's completely clogged, the channels. You can see it's mostly just on the outer edges and stuff. I don't know what it's like inside the radiator core. But when I use my thermometer, my little infrared thermometer probe, and I check the center of the radiator and the bottom of it, the temperature is the same throughout. And especially when I turn the car off and just feel the radiator, it's the same temperature throughout. So I don't think it's clogged. I just want this calcium buildup gone. The stuff that's starting to get crusty. So this was kind of a waste of almost $10. To be honest, I think I'm going to call this company, Prestone, and see if I can get a refund, because that's bullshit. I really hate wasting money, especially when everything is so expensive these days. I have no problems with their antifreeze. That's all I use in Jeeps is the yellowish, Prestone antifreeze. But yeah, this flush sucks. Don't buy it. That's my review. It's been sitting for 24 hours. I drove it for at least 4 or 5 hours. It didn't do shit. So, thanks for watching, everybody.